little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me.
Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. Two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They are led by their quarterback from the University of Hawaii, a former 7th-round pick. It's Cole McDonald.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
17 yards. And the Bears first down.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Pearson. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
1-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
By number 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Mason. He sets up the screen to Jones. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
10 yards.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
48-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Mason. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 6 catches, 82 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Mason's pass complete to number 21.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. leverage guys, win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
15 yards on the play, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, McDonald. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run on first down. It's Pearson. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And not a whole lot to speak of there, as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
The tackle.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald, the passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive because they have to punt this one away.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down. Mason throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mason looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
By the Bears.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st down, McDonald. And a little floater there is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. McDonald. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's McDonald. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
The 46-yard line.
From the gun, Mason. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
21.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mason. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Mason brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. And what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's got Miller. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
The 1st down pass. Intercepted.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. To throw on 2nd down, Mason. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 10.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So a touchdown apiece. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the 2nd half in Week 8 in the NFL. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Take it in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
The ball carried by the running back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here. As we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the fumble recovery, McDonald over the middle, open is Thomas. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Pearson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the Bears are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
2 at the 33-yard line.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go with Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Jones. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
At the Bears' 4-yard line.
Off the play fake, Mason. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Pearson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Samuel. A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, McDonald. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Pearson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
15 yards on the play. 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the 1st.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
7 yards.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And they'll try to run the option here. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's second down. To throw again. Mason. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Mason. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. One score down. Here we go. And they're going to go for it here on 4th down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but to show them a lot of different looks. And they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. This will be caught just inside the 10.
McDonald's pass.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Bears 20.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So the Packers down on the scoreboard. 1:07 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On the play, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Mason. He's got Adams on the hookup. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Intended for Devontae Adams. Incomplete. Sets up a 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Peoples-Jones. Incomplete.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way